Hello, how are you all out there? How are you all doing? I hope you all are having a great day. Well, it's early morning here, and I wanted to make this video. I spoke with Allison, and we had like a little discussion about altars and how altars have really actually wreaked havoc in people's lives. So let me get a little into a couple of things about altars. When you decide to put an altar up, the best thing to do would be to actually stop. I know nowadays, with all the books and all the information that is available to you via the internet, and other mediums, it seems real easy to put up an altar and to get in contact with the spirit or ancestors. That's kind of a favorite one. People a lot of times they want to reach out and touch their ancestors, or they wish to reach a particular spirit. Well, here's the problem with that. Long time ago, there was a reason why people, they went through their family members, if their family members were practicing priestesses or priests, through any faith, any tradition, be it you were pagan, um, if you were a druid, because I know a little bit about the druids, and I know that certain people were basically picked to do those things. And I'm quite sure there was a reason why. Other people did have family altars. And the reason being is because that altar was started, and people were introduced to the particular said energies so that there was no mayhem that might go on. Because when you open an altar, what you're essentially doing is you are creating a space between this world and the other world. Or as they say, you're actually dialing a phone, is what I say. And when you sometimes dial a phone number, sometimes you can get the right person, and then sometimes you can get a wrong number. So in the spiritual realm, you really don't want to go and set up an altar and start dialing numbers, because you don't know what you might get. Or even more in detail, it's like when you put up an altar and you don't know what you're doing, and you have never had any type of spiritual training. It's like if you took a hat and you pulled a name out and you hope that you get something good, but you might not. And even if you do get something good, here's a couple of things that can happen. And this is from my experience. The one time that I did not listen to an elder, I did reach a particular spirit, but what it was is that at the time in my life, what happened is that that spirit particularly made all the rest of everything in my life off balance. Things became off balance in my life, and I don't want that to happen to you. So before you go and you put up an altar, Miss Allison, she is a great reader. Get a reading by her. See if that's the move that you should do. There's also my godfather is here, Papa Hector, concerning those things. And I know some of you may say, well, I do readings for myself. That's good. And I'm glad that you are learning this skill of doing tarot. But here's the thing, when it comes to when you start messing with spirits, when you start trying to reach out to spirits, there's all kinds of spirits listening to you. And you really have to be proficient in knowing, is this the right spirit that I'm trying to reach out to, or am I being misled? Which a lot of people nowadays have been misled, thinking that this is the spirit that wants them to reach out to them. Some people say, oh, well, I had a dream. Well, here's the thing. With dreams as well, if good spirits can reach you, so can trickster spirits. The spiritual world is not just only the good can reach out to you. And a lot of times people forget that. So when you decide to construct an altar, it really is a very good safeguard to basically reach out to someone that knows what they're doing. Like I said, you have Papa Hector here, my godfather, and you have Miss Allison, who is also proficient and what she knows and what she does. So you can reach out to any of us and we can be able to help you to do things the correct way. Because when you put up an altar, you might not become, you yourself, harm may not come to you, but harm may come to the people that you love. Harm may come to your pets, or your life can slowly start to have bad things happen and you not even realize it. Because some of the spirits, and depending on the spirit or trickster that you reach out to, can be very insidious. It can be very slow moving, but steadily making your life decline. Okay. Now, even if, like I said, you do reach a good spirit, there's two sides to a spirit. And then some spirits, they are very demanding. And if you don't know how to properly serve that spirit, you can once again get yourself in a lot of hot water. Now, here's the thing with doing when you put up an altar. When you put up an altar, and if you feel you must, you also have to be in a good frame of mind. You also have to be in a good emotional state. The reason why is because when you put up an altar and you're not in a good emotional state and you're doing this out of depression or you're doing this for whatever reason you are, that's the energy that you're working with. So you're already placing energy out there. You're already putting energy down before you even got started and trying to call spirits to you. Okay. And this I've witnessed happens before too. And so what happens is people, they might want to reach out to a ancestor. Now, I'll try to keep this as brief as possible. Not all ancestors like you. Not all ancestors are desirable to want to contact. Also, there's a lot of family secrets, okay? And because sometimes there are a lot of family secrets, you don't know that particular ancestor too well. Now, if it's someone like your mom or a grandmother or someone that raised you, that you kind of knew, you kind of got a good grasp on who they were, that's a little bit of a different story. But even with that comes this. Because maybe you might, and I'm going to say might, be trying to reach out, and I'm going to say a lot of people, and I'm going to say that practice African traditions, they might feel what they see online, oh, you put out black coffee, or you do this and that. But here is that. If that particular ancestor was a Christian, and they could have been a born again Christian, you might not want to reach out to them in that manner, because there's people don't change just because they die. They don't become, I don't know, all knowing and all wise. They really don't. That's a myth that has been spread. Okay, that's why Papa Hector, he has something called ancestor elevation. If you already, and I'm going to say, if you are already working with ancestors, he has this on his website. Also, once again, Miss Allison can direct you on how to do this, because once again, our ancestors do not change right soon as they pass. If Uncle Joe, Uncle, Barney was a drunk when, he was alive, 9 times out of 10, he's going to want to get drunk and start making demands of you. Also, when you pull for a specific ancestor, you don't know the problems that they might have had. So because you don't know the problems that they went through when they were living, and you start to call on them, those problems can start to manifest in your life. And we already have enough on our plates as it is. So basically, you really want to be very cautious when pulling energies into your home and pulling energies to you, because altars are, I call them spiritual phones, and you really don't want to get the wrong number, and you really don't want anything to happen to you, because altars can sometimes also start to expand if you don't know how to control the energy. You know, the people end up having altars all over the place because you don't know how to basically control that energy to a degree, or you don't know how to work with that energy, I should say, instead of control. You don't know how to work with that energy. So you must be cautious, especially if you have elders and children in your home and you decide to put up an altar. I would strongly advise that you reach out to Miss Allison, or you can reach out to Papa Hector or myself before you decide to construct an altar. Please do not go by all of these different forums and people telling you to do this and do that and it's okay. It's not. If you look at some of these people's lives that's telling you to do this, you might see that their lives are pretty chaotic. Okay? And also putting up an altar can start to alter your moods, alter the moods of people around in your home, because you put this altar there, and now this spiritual energy and these spirits, you have basically invited them into your home. So that's what I would like to say about altars. I hope that, I made myself clear, but you have a great day, and thank you, Miss Allison. You have a good day. Bye-bye.